long since I've recorded a video. I'm currently in the baby room because that has the best lighting, so you're gonna hear her in the background. So I do apologize ahead of time, but I wanted to get on here and update you guys. I know it's been so long since I've done a video. It feels so weird, but as you can probably tell by the thumbnail and the title of this video, we are expecting. This is baby number 2 for us. I wanted to come on here and just give a couple of details. I know a bunch of people, when I announced, wanted to know what was going on and how I'm doing and just know all the details. So I thought the easiest way for me to do that is come on here and do it all at once. So the first thing is I am currently 14 weeks. We found out at 3 weeks. I tend to know early. I don't know why. I wasn't even feeling sick. It was just kind of like a sixth sense that I had, and I took a test, and honestly I initially thought it was negative because it was so soon. The line was so faint I didn't even see it at first, but it was there. It was positive. And so for the first few weeks I was feeling good. I was shocked because with my first pregnancy I was sick from like the 3rd week on. Very sick, had horrible nausea, couldn't keep food down. It was just a nightmare. And this time around I was starving, so hungry. I'm still very hungry. Which is very different than my first. My first, I had so many food aversions. I struggled really hard to eat anything, and this time around I will eat anything. So that has been one of the biggest differences in this pregnancy so far, is my appetite. Second would be I did get some nausea and vomiting. That was kind of just like a little spurt. There was about 3 weeks where it was really severe. I really struggled to hold the food and the water down, but it did pass, thankfully. But fatigue this time around. I did have fatigue my first pregnancy, but it was manageable. Like, I still felt like I could function. I felt like I could kind of do my normal routine. This time around I don't feel like that. For weeks at a time it was really hard to get out of bed. It was hard to cook. It was hard to just simply get dressed and do the little things that you kind of have to do to maintain. And I'm also noticing, you know, my first pregnancy, it was my first pregnancy, so I didn't have a child already. This pregnancy I have a toddler, so trying to keep up with her when I already have very little energy has been a challenge, to say the least. But we're doing it. I'm doing it. Doug works quite a bit, so I am kind of trying to navigate all of it while he's working and making the money, you know. So it has been a lot different. My first pregnancy I did work. This time around I'm not working, which has been, a weight has been lifted off my shoulders for that. I am deemed high risk with my first pregnancy. I was deemed high risk around the 6th month, and we did have quite a few complications. So this pregnancy going in, due to my risk of preterm labor, because my first baby was early, she was my water broke at 36 weeks, so I am already at risk for preterm labor, so they are watching that, and that's one of the reasons I'm high risk. But 2 is I ended up having a pretty severe hemorrhage during labor with my first. So this time around I am at a much higher risk of hemorrhaging. Say I was to lose this baby in the middle of the pregnancy, I have a high risk of hemorrhaging then, so I am supposed to be careful and not push myself too hard and kind of take it easy this time around, just for the safety of me and the baby. And we are, because of my preterm risk, we are doing weekly hormone shots to try and prolong how long the baby is in there. And so that kind of sucks, having to go to my OB every week. It is a blessing because we are getting to make sure everything is going as it should. There are just a lot of things going on this time around that weren't happening the last time. This time we did a blood test to find out the gender. We are actively waiting to get the results, which should be in any day. With our first, we did have to wait. We paid to go to an ultrasound ourselves around 15-16 weeks to find out, but it wasn't even guaranteed, so we basically had to wait till our anatomy scan at 20 weeks This time around, we got to do the blood results at 13 weeks and they should be in any day now. So we are very excited, although we would be happy either way. I know how cliche that sounds, but we would be. So we are just very, very excited. I am teetering between two different due dates. So when I went in for my 9-week ultrasound, the baby was right on the mark, measuring at 9 weeks, perfectly how it was supposed to be. And then when I went in for my 13-week ultrasound for the like the genetic testing and stuff like that, that's what they did that for, the baby is measuring a week and a day ahead. So my doctor has my due date as January 4th, but the ultrasound technician says that that's inaccurate, and she feels the more accurate date would be December 27th, but it is up to my OB to change that. So when I see her tomorrow, she'll determine if she wants to keep the original due date or if she wants to go to the sooner due date. In my head, I'm kind of preparing for the sooner due date because, like I said, with my last, I did go into labor early, so I'm just kind of like mentally preparing myself that the same thing is going to happen this time, even if it doesn't. So that is pretty exciting. A Christmas baby, we never know. So far, so good. Not much has really happened. Like I said, I'm just a lot more tired this time around, but the nausea is so much better than my first, so I'm incredibly thankful for that. So I just wanted to come on here and update you guys on everything that's going on, and I will make sure to continuously do updates, and I'm gonna try to start posting more videos. I have been wanting to post videos for so long, but cross-country move from California to Florida is no joke. It took way longer to get into a home than we thought it would. It took so long to transfer insurances and get everything situated and just settle in, and we are still unpacking. It is nuts. So much as I intended on recording and getting videos out, it just wasn't in the cards, and I had to focus on getting everything situated and getting settled in. But now I really hope to be able to continuously at least post a video every 2 weeks. That is my goal, so fingers crossed I can do that, and I will try to keep you guys in the loop as far as the pregnancy goes, because I know a lot of people like to know about that stuff, and a lot of times I'm doing this more for friends and family, but I know there's other women out there expecting and they like to know what I'm going through just to kind of compare it to what they're going through. So I'm excited for that. There will also be plenty more hauls, of course, my favorite thing, because now I have a baby to buy for. So I'm looking forward to that. We will do a quick little bump update so you guys can see, because this time around my bump has grown significantly. I have not put on any weight, but none of my clothes fit. I'm at the point where I'm wearing biker shorts and Doug's t-shirts because none of my stuff fits, and some like loose fitting dresses. So that is something a lot different this pregnancy too. My bump didn't even start to show till like 5-6 months with my first, and it was like teeny tiny. This time around I'm already feeling huge. So I'll do a quick little bump update, and then I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.